Good evening. This is a regular scheduled meeting of the Kettering City Council. Today's date is April 28, 2026. Tonight, I'd like to introduce the Kettering Police Department's Honor Guard for presentation of the colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Right, please. Order.
Thank you. You may be seated. Thanks again to the Kettering Police Department Honor Guard for presenting the colors this evening. To join me in an invocation. Gracious, loving God, we are grateful for this community and for the responsibility to serve it together. Tonight, we give thanks for the good work in our community and the spirit of innovation and service that drives it. We also pause tonight to honor our public safety professionals who serve with courage and dedication, those who protect, respond, and care for others, often in moments of greatest need. Guide our thoughts and discussions this evening. Help us approach this work with wisdom, patience, and a shared commitment to the common good. And watch over those men and women who are the front lines of our community, granting them strength, protection, and peace. Help us all serve with humility and respect and care for one another tonight as neighbors serving neighbors. Thank you. I'd like to take a minute to recognize our Miami Valley Communications and Technology Group Government Production Technician, Evan Russell. It's the longest title in the room. Thank you for making sure that we are streaming live tonight for people around the community. Also to note, tonight, Councilmember Bob Scott has an excused absence this evening. With that, I will call on Vice Mayor Duvall for a motion to approve last meeting minutes.
I have read over the minutes from the April 14th council and workshop meeting, and I do find those minutes in order, and I move for approval.
Second.
The motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments on the minutes before us? Seeing none, we can call the roll.
Ms. Duvall?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Mayor Sudduth?
Yes. Tonight we have a couple of proclamations, and I am going to take the liberty of the first one, and then we'll let council take the next two. So the first one is a recognition of Police Week, and I'll quickly read the proclamation. Whereas the Congress of the United States of America has designated the week of May 11, 2026 through May 17, 2026 to be dedicated as National Police Week, which pays tribute to all men and women who have fallen in the line of duty. And whereas in 1962, President Kennedy proclaimed May 15th as National Police Officers Memorial Day and the calendar week in which May 15th falls as National Police Week. Whereas Peace Officers Memorial Day pays special recognition to those law enforcement officers who have been killed or disabled in the line of duty for the safety and protection of others. Whereas law enforcement officers serve with courage, dedication, and strength, they fearlessly enforce laws at the risk of personal peril, safeguarding the property, liberty, and lives of others. And whereas on Peace Officers Memorial Day and throughout National Police Week, we express our unending gratitude to law enforcement officers who selflessly confront danger to protect our families and defend our communities. And whereas law enforcement officers of the City of Kettering unceasingly provide a vital public service, and whereas we owe law enforcement officers and their families our full and enduring support. So therefore, I, Brian Sudduth, Mayor of the City of Kettering, on behalf of City Council and the community, do hereby proclaim May 11 through 17, 2026 to be Police Week here in the City of Kettering, and urge all citizens to thank the men and women who work continuously to protect our community. Chief, for you.
Well, thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Council. Every year I get up here and get to say how proud I am and how impressed I am with the men and women of the Kettering Police Department. And that's certainly no different this year. They are an outstanding bunch who do a great job for this city. When I go around and talk to groups about how good they are, it always comes up about we could not do our job if we didn't have the relationship that we have with the community. And this community is very special. Those men and women from the police department work very hard to make sure that we are building those relationships, and I'm very proud of them for that. And I want to thank you too. I want to thank you for recognizing how important public safety is to a community. I appreciate your support and the opportunity to give us the resources that we need to continue to produce a high level of service to this community. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief. Next, I'll call on Councilman Palmer for a proclamation about Bike Week, Bike Month. Bike Week's something totally different. That's February. This is Bike Month.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a proclamation. Whereas the bicycle is an economical, healthy, convenient, and environmentally sound form of transportation and an excellent tool for recreation and enjoyment of Kettering's scenic beauty. And whereas biking is a lifetime for so many people during their daily lives, whether it's the primary way people commute to essential jobs, the way people relieve stress and decompress after being home for long periods of time, or the way children get much needed exercise when schools are closed. And whereas bicycling has been shown to improve citizens' health, well-being, and quality of life, growing the economy of Kettering, attracting tourism dollars and local business spending, reduction of pollution, congestion, and parking costs on our streets and roads. And whereas the City of Kettering's commitment to create a bicycle-friendly community is evident in recent award designation, including the city receiving the bronze-level bicycle-friendly award from the League of American Bicyclists. And whereas the city will continue to foster relationships with local organizations, including Cycle Kettering, a chapter of Bike Miami Valley, Five Rivers Metro Park, the Dayton Cycle Club, and the League of American Bicyclists, to enhance bike safety within the Kettering community. And whereas, with the help of various groups and organizations, public awareness of bicycle safety will continue to grow and will improve the health and safety for everyone on the road, which will allow the Kettering community to continue to be a premier destination for cycling. Whereas May 11th through the 17th of 2026 is Bike to Work Week, and May 15th, 2026 is Bike to Work Day. And now, therefore, Mayor Sudduth of Kettering, Ohio, on behalf of the City Council and the community, do hereby proclaim May 2026 to be Bike Month in the city of Kettering, Ohio, and encourage all citizens to recognize the importance of bicycle safety and to be more aware of cyclists on our streets and roads.
I'd like to invite Brent Devitt from Kettering's Bike Committee down for comments and to receive a proclamation.
Hi, I'm Brent Devitt. I'm a member of the Kettering Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Committee, also the leader of Cycle Kettering, chapter of Bike Miami Valley. I'd like to take a couple minutes. First of all, thank you, Council, for supporting cycling in Kettering. And I'd like to share a little bit about the success of Cycle Kettering. We were successful in the past year reviving the Cycle Paths group for cyclists age 55 plus. I'm one of the members. We currently have 45 folks, cyclists this year, ranging in ages from 55 to 85, riding weekly on the many paved trails of the Miami Valley. Cycle Kettering conducted 4 cycling audits last summer with as many as a dozen cyclists at each audit, including City of Kettering street engineering staff to ride through the neighborhoods to find improved bicycle routes to Kettering Rec Center, schools, Indian Ripple Park, Rosewood Arts Center. These audits were funded by a $2,500 grant from AARP. Cycle Kettering partners with the Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Arts Department to offer monthly 30 plus 30 programs, highlighting cycling topics for 30 minutes and then exploring more deeply another 30 minutes with hands-on experiences, demonstrations, and Q&A sessions all about cycling. Cycle Kettering supports the use of Class 1 and 2 pedal assist electric bicycles on trails, shared use paths, and routes throughout Kettering, ridden responsibly at speeds limited to under 20 miles per hour. These are distinguished from motorized vehicles such as the overpowered e-motos and electric dirt bikes that we're seeing in our community, which are often not registered, nor are they street legal, not permitted on sidewalks, shared use paths, and on the streets in Kettering. Cycle Kettering has applied for an $11,000 grant through AARP to develop Pliking in the Parks program for the fall of 2026. Pliking is picking up litter while hiking or biking. It's a healthy way for Kettering residents of all ages to help beautify our parks and trails. So all of these activities help achieve the mission of Cycle Kettering, which is to advocate, promote, and create opportunities for all forms of safe cycling in the city of Kettering. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Devitt, and to the committee for the work you do. Okay, we have no public hearings this evening. Before that, now's the time for public comment on pending legislation. Anyone wishing to speak before count, listen, I saw all your bikes out front. Safe riding home. I know you're all pedaled here, so safe riding out. Anyone wishing to speak before council with comments or new information about the legislation on tonight's agenda may do so at this time. Each speaker is limited to 5 minutes. Speakers must state their name and address. The comments should be addressed to council. If you have comments that are not about the legislation on tonight's agenda, there will be an opportunity for those to be heard later in the evening. If you have comments on tonight's legislation, now's the time to come to the podium. Seeing none, we'll move to ordinances in second reading, and I'll call on Ms. Duval to start.
I have an ordinance in second reading to amend the text of various sections of the City of Kettering Building Code. This is requested by the Planning and Development Department, and I move for approval.
Second.
Mr. Bergstresser.
Thank you, Your Honor. Within our building code, there is currently no single definition of permit, nor a unified process for issuing permits that encompass, including the building, zoning, floodplain, stormwater, fire, and business standard codes. Each code operates independently and requires separate certifications for compliance when an individual or business seeks to construct or modify a structure. The proposed amendment clarifies that a permit constitutes a combined certification combining that all applicable code requirements have been met. Staff is recommending approval of this ordinance. We'd be happy to answer questions.
Are there any questions for Mr. Bergstresser? Seeing none, we can call the roll.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Mayor Sudduth?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have an ordinance in second reading to levy special assessments for the construction and repair of curbs, sidewalks, drive approaches, and related appurtenances for the Golf Club Estates Phase 2, City Project Number 03-607C. This is requested by the Engineering Department, and I move for approval.
Second.
Mr. Bergstresser.
Thank you, Your Honor. This ordinance and the next two are all very similar, so I'll expand upon this one and then just provide very brief comments on the next two. All three of these projects are 2025 capital improvement program projects. The one that has just been read is for the Golf Club Estates Phase 2 project. This was a project that made major repairs to the curbs, sidewalks, and drive approaches within this neighborhood, and then repaved the streets once that work was complete. Property owners were assessed for the construction and repairs to the curbs, sidewalks, and drive approaches per city policy. We have completed the notification process requirements for the final assessments. We did not receive any objections. Property owners will have until August 15th, 2026 to pay cash for their assessments. Otherwise, if not paid in cash, they will be certified to the county auditor to be collected on property tax bills beginning in January 2027. Be happy to answer any questions about this project.
Any questions for the city engineer, the city manager? You can call the roll.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mayor Sudduth?
Yes.
Your Honor, have an ordinance in the second reading. This is a levy of special assessments for the construction and repair of curbs, sidewalks, drive approaches, and related appurtenances for the 2025 curb and sidewalk and drive approach repair program, City Project Number 05-125. This is requested by the Engineering Department. The estimated cost is $0, and the amount budgeted is also $0. I move for approval.
Second.
Mr. Bergstresser.
Thank you, Your Honor. Same explanation as the previous ordinance. This one is for the 2025 curb, sidewalk, and drive approach repair program. Happy to answer any questions.
Seeing none, we can call the roll.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mayor Sudduth?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have an ordinance to levy special assessments for the construction and repair of curbs, sidewalks, drive approaches, and related appurtenances, I apologize, for the 2025 East Whip Road Improvement Project, City Project Number 02-128H. The estimated cost is $0, amount budgeted is $0. This is requested by the Engineering Department, and I move for its approval.
Second, but I also want to say that word gets all of us the first time. Don't worry about it.
Thank you. I promise not to make that mistake again.
Mr. Bergstresser.
Thank you, Your Honor. You do realize that we put that word on there just to see if you can pronounce it. So you all passed. So this one, same explanation as the last two. This one is for a project that was completed on East Whip Road between Bigger Road and the western Centerville Court boundary in 2025. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions? Seeing none, we can call the roll.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mayor Sudduth?
Yes.
Are we moving on to resolutions?
We are.
Oh, okay. I have a resolution authorizing the city manager to use competitive bargaining and negotiated quotes to contract for painting services at various city facilities. The estimated cost and amount budgeted is $40,000. This is requested by the Public Service Department, and I move for approval.
Second.
Mr. Greason or Mr. Bergstresser?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, good. We're back to you.
Yep, thank you. This resolution will allow the city to use competitive bargaining negotiated quotes for painting services at various city facilities. A little bit different this year. Typically, we don't come to council for this contract, but we've run into a bit of a situation this year. At the water park, we are working to complete a project that will repair the trench that surrounds the main pool at the water park. The trench, concrete trench, had developed a pretty extensive leak last year, which caused the loss of a fair amount of water. in the park, and so therefore we've completed all of the repairs to the trench. However, it left the main pool painting in such a state that we didn't want to open up the water park with it looking the way it does. So we are going to utilize the painting contract. The reason we are bringing this to you tonight is that we will most likely go above the $25,000 threshold for City Council approval. However, we are not requesting any additional funds for this project or program, as all the work will be performed within existing funding allocations for this project and other projects that will be used to complete the work. Be happy to answer any questions.
Anything to not delay the opening of the water park.
Absolutely.
That's key. Any questions? We can call the roll.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Mayor Sudduth?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a resolution adopting renewed and recalculated street light assessments, amended and/or consolidated street lighting districts, and certifying them to the county auditor for collection. The estimated cost and the amount budgeted is $0, and this is requested by the engineering department. I move for approval.
Second.
Mr. Bergstresser.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is the second step of our annual renewal of street lighting assessments per our codified ordinances. Back on March 10th of this year, you passed a resolution directing us to prepare and file the renewed, recalculated, amended assessments for street lighting throughout the city. We have completed that. We've also completed the necessary advertisement period for the assessments. So this resolution will adopt those assessments, and we will deliver these to the county auditor before the end of September of this year for next year's property tax bills. Be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions? Seeing none, we can call the roll.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mayor Sudduth?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into agreements with the Ohio Department of Transportation to allow the City of Kettering to serve as responsible lead agency for the administration for the Dorothy Lane improvements, Woodman Drive to County Line, City Project Number 0210M, ODOT Project MOT, Dorothy Lane, IMP 05.07, PID 126181. The estimated cost for this is, estimated cost is $0, amount budgeted is $0, and it's been requested by the engineering department. I move for approval.
Second.
Mr. Bergstresser.
Thank you, Your Honor. A lot of words, numbers, and letters, so let me translate this. This one and the next two resolutions are all for projects that we applied to MVRPC for last October for federal funding on future projects to make improvements to several of our thoroughfares. So this one is a new project on Dorothy Lane. It's the easternmost portion of Dorothy Lane from Woodman Drive to County Line Road. So by approving this resolution, you authorize the city to sign agreements with ODOT for us to act as the responsible lead agency for this improvement project. The project scope involves resurfacing of Dorothy Lane, the section of Dorothy Lane, but also we're making improvements by adding more consistent street lighting, a shared use path along the south side of the street, and also curved medians are proposed for this section of Dorothy Lane. MVRPC, in coordination with ODOT, recently awarded federal funding for this project in the amount of $2,990,637 in surface transportation program funding. However, this project is not scheduled to be constructed until 2031. Be happy to answer any questions.
I don't have my calendar for next week. That's a long time away. Any questions for Mr. Bergstresser? Couldn't call the roll.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mayor Sudduth?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into agreements with the Ohio Department of Transportation to allow the City of Kettering to serve as responsible lead agency for administration of the West Stroop Road resurfacing, Tate Road to Southmore Circle, City Project Number 02-112K, ODOT Project MOT-West Stroop Road, 0.58 PID 126183, $0 budgeted, and this is estimated cost $0 requested by the engineering department, and I move for its approval.
Second.
Mr. Bergstresser.
Thank you, Your Honor. Similar to the previous resolution, this is for a project on West Stroop Road between Tate Road and Southmore Circle, which is just west of Far Hills Avenue. It's a basic resurfacing of the roadway. MVRPC awarded $969,570 in surface transportation program funding. The state fiscal year is still to be determined, but it will likely be within the 2029 to 2031 funding horizon. Be happy to answer any questions.
I do have one question. That $900,000, what percentage of the project would you estimate that to be? Is that like 80%? Best guess?
Best guess, they differ for each project. This one is, I believe, approximately 60% of the cost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you. Any other questions? We can call the roll.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mayor Sedith?
Yes.
I have a resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into agreements with the Ohio Department of Transportation to allow the city of Kettering to serve as responsible lead agency for administration of the East Stroop Road shared use path, Hempstead Station Drive to Marshall Road. City project number 05-221C, ODOT project MOT East Stroop Road, PED 03.62, PID 126186. Estimated cost and amount budgeted is $0. This is requested by the engineering department, and I move for approval.
Second.
Mr. Bergstresser.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is the third one of 3 projects. Fairly self-explanatory. This project will construct a shared use path along East Stroop Road between Marshall Road and Hempstead Station Drive along the south side of the street. We are receiving $494,351 in carbon reduction program funds from MVRPC. Construction is scheduled for 2031. Be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions? We can call the roll.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Mayor Sedith?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a resolution authorizing the city manager to advertise for bids and to contract for the Far Hills and Laurel Ann site work, city project number 02-008A. The estimated cost is $165,000. The amount available is $165,000. That's covered by underspending in the roadway CIP, and this is requested by the very busy engineering department. I move for approval.
Second.
Mr. Bergstresser.
Thank you, Your Honor. This project is related to the upcoming removal of the traffic signal at Far Hills and Laurel Ann, the southern part of Far Hills, south of David. As part of this project to remove the signal, there is a driveway entrance to the Georgetown Kettering apartments that will need to be removed, which is located right at the signal. So this particular project you're approving tonight will include the removal of the existing landscaping features and also reconstruction of the public sidewalk, landscape grading, connection of an existing retaining wall, and final grading around the site to bring it to a condition where it's safe for pedestrians but no longer allows vehicles to utilize or access Far Hills from the intersection with Laurel Ann. We are anticipating funding for this project coming from underspending in other projects within the roadway capital improvement program this year. Be happy to answer any questions. I would mention, sorry, Your Honor, I would mention that this coming Monday, the signal is scheduled to be removed, Monday morning.
None of the neighbors are going to miss those temporary walls at the apartments?
That is one, yes, one benefit of this project. Those will be removed. Now I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Any more questions? Hearing none, do we do like a reverse ribbon cutting? Like, do we show up there? What time does this happen?
Or 8 a.m., 7 a.m.?
Okay.
I would go to that.
Okay.
Just to
Let's call the roll.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mayor Sedith?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a resolution authorizing the city manager to use competitive bargaining and negotiated quotes to contract for the Stratmorth Drive Storm Sewer Replacement Project, City Project Number 0524A. This is being requested by the Engineering Department. The estimated cost is $200,000. The amount budgeted is $0. I move for approval.
Second.
Mr. Bergstresser.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is an unanticipated project this year to remove and replace approximately 150 feet of 36-inch diameter storm sewer pipe that we were notified that is collapsing due to some advanced deterioration in the pipes. A very old section of storm sewer along Strathmore Drive. There's a sinkhole developing around the collapsed pipe, which is immediately adjacent to a property owner's residence. So therefore, we are recommending moving forward with construction of the project, even though it is unbudgeted for this year. We will be requesting a supplemental appropriation tonight later on in the agenda. We are recommending approval tonight so we can move forward with the project, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Questions? Seeing none, we can call the roll.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mayor Sudduth?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a resolution to declare the necessity and intention of acquiring certain property interests in project parcel 1-T of the MOT Founders Pedestrian Improvements Project, City Project Number 02-254M, ODOT PID 121631. The amount, estimated cost $2,534. The amount budgeted $0. This is requested by the Engineering Department, and I move for its approval.
Second.
Mr. Bergstresser.
Thank you, Your Honor. You may be detecting a theme of three this evening, so we have resolutions in threes. So I'll do a more detailed explanation of this one, and then the next two are very, very similar. So we have a project on Founders Drive in the Mine Valley Research Park that would construct a sidewalk along the south and east side of Founders between State Route 835, Research Boulevard, and College Drive. All three of these parcels are owned by the same property owner. They are just on different pieces of property. So we have been working with the property owner for a number of months now. We have been in communication with the owner about the acquisition of these acquisition of these right-of-way parcels, but we are encountering slow progress with the negotiation to the point that it's now starting to threaten the project schedule. This will be a 2027 construction project, and the federal funding for this project would be in jeopardy if we delayed the project any further from 2027. Therefore, we are recommending tonight that we start the initial processes of eminent domain to acquire these properties in a friendly manner, but we do need to get moving on this so that we can keep the project on the schedule with ODOT and MVRPC. So this resolution in the first one would be for the first parcel of the three, and the next two would be for separate parcels, again, owned by the same owner, just different parcels of land along Founders Drive. Be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for Mr. Bergstresser? You can call the roll.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mayor Sudduth?
Yes.
I have a resolution to declare the necessity and intention of acquiring certain property interests in project parcel 2-WD1, 2-WD2, and 2-T of the MOT Founders Pedestrian Improvements Project, City Project Number 02254M, ODOT PID 121631. The estimated cost is the estimated cost is $3,465. The amount budgeted is $0. This is requested by the Engineering Department, and I move for approval.
Second.
Mr. Bergstresser.
Thank you, Your Honor. Again, this is for the second parcel within this project. I would mention, I failed to mention in the previous one that parcel 1 is a very small temporary easement on one of the larger parcels. Parcel 2 involves 2 permanent right-of-way takes and 1 temporary right-of-way take for construction. Again, same explanation as the previous one. Be happy to answer any questions.
Seeing none, we can call the roll.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Mayor Sedit?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a resolution to declare the necessity and intention of acquiring certain property interests and project parcels 3-WD1, 3-WD2, 3-WD3, 3-WD4, 3-WD5, 3-WD6, and 3-T of the MOT Founders Pedestrian Improvements Project, City Project Number 02-254M, POD, or ODOT PID 121631. The estimated cost is $7,956. The amount budgeted is $0, and this is requested by the engineering department. I move for approval.
Second.
One last time, Mr. Bergstresser.
Thank you, Your Honor. Similar explanations as to the previous two resolutions. This one is for parcel 3, which involves 6 separate permanent right-of-way acquisitions, which WD, in case you were curious, stands for warranty deed. It's the method by which we acquire the right-of-way permanently. And then one small temporary easement for construction grading. Be happy to answer any questions.
Seeing none, we can call the roll.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mayor Sedit?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a resolution extending a moratorium on the acceptance of zoning applications and granting of zoning approvals for vehicle fueling or recharging establishments, kiosks, automobile washing establishments, convenience stores, and/or small box discount stores. The estimated cost is $0. The amount budgeted is the same. It's being requested by Planning and Development Department, and I move for approval.
Second.
Mr. Greason.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Bergstresser's been carrying the load, so we'll let him get a drink of water now. This resolution, as we talked about, will extend a moratorium. There are 2 items related to land use moratoria on the agenda tonight, this one and item 18. This item is an extension of an existing moratorium. Both are for pretty short time frames. As you know, we recently updated the comprehensive plan. We are working hard to align our zoning code to its goals. This will extend the existing moratorium for an additional 60 days beyond its expiration on June 30th, allowing staff to process appropriate zoning text and map amendments to address the impacts created by vehicle fueling or recharging establishments, kiosks, automobile washing establishments, convenience stores, and/or small box discount stores. I will add, we do moratoriums sparingly, and we do them when we think current zoning code regulations may not adequately guide the location and approval of uses. This moratorium will, and you'll hear me repeat this in the next one, this moratorium will serve several purposes, including allowing additional time for staff to review reasonable regulatory options related to the size, number, location, and approval process of these uses, to review and make recommendations on zoning prohibitions or limitations of these uses so that any necessary regulations conform to the goals of the comprehensive plan and the strategic plan, and to ensure that approvals for these uses do not disrupt the orderly growth and development of the city and help ensure the public peace, health, safety, and welfare of Kettering citizens. I'd be glad to answer any questions that you may have.
Any questions for the city manager? With seeing none, we'll call the roll.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mayor Sedit?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a resolution authorizing an additional expenditure of funds for maintenance of various city-owned properties. Estimated cost, $20,500. Amount available, $20,500, and this is requested by Economic Development Department, and I move for its approval.
Second.
Mr. Greason.
Yes, Your Honor. This resolution ratifies resolution number 11067-24, the property maintenance contract for various city-owned properties that we have with Randall's Lawn Care and More LLC. The city is under contract with that company for mowing and property maintenance services. The additional property maintenance expenditure will result in us exceeding our 25% of the approved budget of the original contract amount. So we'll exceed it by $20,500. The original contract was $45,000, and that results in legislation being required to amend the original contract and approve the additional funds. We are adding to this contract in additional areas above what was originally allocated. Those lands were allocated to an alternative contractor for properties located at the Miami Valley Research Park. The funds necessary for this will be paid out of the original budgeted amount from the Economic Development Cost Center that paid the other research park land expenses. Be glad to answer any questions.
Any questions, Mr. Greason? We can call the roll.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mayor Sudduth?
Yes.
I have a resolution authorizing the city manager to contract with Ohio Valley Integration Services for the purchase and installation of a replacement building access control server and associated door control panels for the government center. Estimated and budgeted cost is $38,188, and this is requested by the Public Service Department. I move for approval.
Second.
Mr. Greason?
Yes, Your Honor. As you know, a broader building security improvement project was approved in 2025. Actually, some of the physical aspects of that will begin, I believe, Mr. Verschering, next week? Tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow. Not 2031 like some of the projects we talked about earlier this evening. So tomorrow. That includes adding several new fob readers in the north and south buildings. So those are the door access fobs that are commonly used in many buildings. We conducted an evaluation on whether to continue adding on to the existing access control system, parts of which are 25 years old, and they're no longer supported or manufactured. And replacing the access control system entirely proved to be a more cost-effective long-term option and was recommended by staff. Fobs, fob readers, locks, and wiring are compatible and won't need to be replaced, and that will simplify the transition. This project covers equipment for the government center, and we anticipate that similar upgrades will need to be performed at other city buildings with access control system in future years. So we're mainly addressing the north and south building. Be glad to answer any questions.
Any questions? Seeing none, we'll call the roll.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Mayor Sudduth?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a resolution imposing a moratorium on the acceptance and granting of zoning approvals for indoor recreation uses. This is requested by the Planning and Development Department. I move for its approval.
Second.
Mr. Greason?
Yes, Your Honor. As I stated earlier, we updated the comprehensive plan and we're working to align our zoning code with it. We identified an additional use that we wanted to look at carefully, similarly to the efforts we've been making on other uses that are subject to moratorium. This is a moratorium for applications and approval of indoor recreational land uses as are currently defined in the city's zoning code. We believe the current zoning code regulations may not adequately guide the location and approval of these uses. This moratorium will serve several purposes. It will allow 90 days. Essentially, that'll be concurrent with the work we're doing related to the uses discussed in item 15. And it'll allow staff to review reasonable regulatory options related to the size, number, location, and approval process of these uses, to review and make recommendations on zoning prohibitions or limitations of these uses so that any necessary regulations conform to the goals of the comprehensive and strategic plan, to ensure that approval for indoor recreation uses do not disrupt the orderly growth and development of the city, and to help ensure that the public peace, health, safety, and welfare of of the Kettering citizens is protected. Be glad to answer any questions you may have.
We just extended the moratorium on the other items through end of August.
Yeah.
This 90 days starts May 1, it goes 90 days?
Yes. So
So through the end of
what's the
July.
start date?
The other moratorium ends at the end of June, and it's
60 days.
This
This-
moratorium will start.
In May and extend to the same, end at the same period.
Okay. Any other questions? Call the roll?
Mr. Sullivan,
Yes.
Ms. Arbor,
Yes.
Mr. Palmer,
Yes.
Ms. Duval,
No.
Mayor Sedith.
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a resolution authorizing a blanket purchase order not to exceed $1 million for the procurement of properties within the city for purposes of economic development. The estimated cost is $1 million. The budget amount is $1 million, and is being requested by the city manager's office. I move for approval.
Second.
Mr. Chudowski?
Yes, sir. As council was briefed previously, this particular legislation allows the city to respond to business, the speed of business when it comes to acquiring properties of interest, and aligns with both the recommendations of the law director as well as the finance director to ensure full compliance across the board when seeking to acquire property in the future. Additionally, this does not preclude council's formal approval of purchases in the future, but is simply an administrative step to ensure audit compliance for the finance director in the future. Staff is happy to answer any questions or concerns that council may have. We would ask for your adoption of this legislation this evening.
Any questions for Mr. Chudowski? Seeing none, we can call the roll.
Ms. Arbor,
Yes.
Mr. Palmer,
Yes.
Ms. Duval,
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan,
Yes.
Mayor Sedith.
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a resolution to make supplemental appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the City of Kettering, State of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2026. The estimated cost is $1,213,955. That's a net transfer, and the amount budgeted is $0, requested by the Finance Department, and I move for its approval.
Second.
Mr. Greason?
Yes, several supplemental appropriations to help implement some of the things you touched on this evening. The first is a supplemental appropriation of $200,000 in connection with city project number 03-524A. That's the Strathmore Drive Storm Sewer Replacement Project that Mr. Bergstresser overviewed with you. You authorized it earlier. Now you need to appropriate the funds to repair that important storm pipe. Additionally, in the capital improvement fund for streetscape improvements for the Founders Drive right-of-way, this is a supplemental appropriation of $13,955. That is for the acquisition of the temporary and permanent rights of way for the projects related to the Founders Pedestrian Improvement Project. Mr. Bergstresser highlighted the necessity of this. There were multiple pieces of legislation. This allows us to actually, you're appropriating the dollars, this allows us to actually spend the dollars to achieve what he articulated. And then lastly, in the general fund, additional funds for economic development. This is the supplemental appropriation for the blanket purchase order for economic development, property acquisition in the amount of $1 million for the procurement of properties for the purpose of economic development that was requested earlier. The expenditures will reduce the committed general fund balance for economic development purposes. I'll add to what Mr. Chakowski said. Essentially, you set aside funds every year for economic development. We use some of those funds for incentives. We use some of those funds for things like facade grants, and we use some of those dollars are available for periodic property acquisition. However, as he articulated, your the process of appropriating funds doesn't always line up with it's not always helpful in pursuing those opportunities in the real world. So this appropriates those funds and allows us, subject to your future approval, to spend them. I'd be glad to answer any questions that you may have.
Any questions? Seeing none, we can call the roll.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Ms. Arbor?
Yes.
Mayor Sudeth?
Yes. We do have one ordinance in first reading tonight, and I'll open to the floor for that.
I have an ordinance in first reading to amend the text of various sections of Chapter 152 of the codified ordinances of the City of Kettering. This is requested by the City Manager's Office. This is first reading.
Mr. Greason.
Yes, as you know, we have been undertaking, sorry, my mic was off. We have undertaken a continuous improvement program internal to the city. So we have a team of staff that's working really hard to identify ways that we can make some of our processes more efficient. They're working on, in particular, procurement strategy right now. And doing a lot of work. One of their first recommendations was to change the threshold in which formal sealed bidding, competitive bargaining, and blanket purchase orders are required from $25,000 to $75,000. In their research, many of the communities in the Miami Valley have modified their purchasing thresholds to match what's allowed under state law. So the Ohio Revised Code allows us to not do things like competitive formal sealed bidding for purchases under $75,000. This will reduce the number of items that we have to bring to council. It will allow us to purchase some items that where it's a disadvantage for us to have to do formal sealed bids, and it takes a lot of time to do that. It'll make for more efficient, probably more effective, definitely more effective purchasing. Be glad to answer any questions you have.
Any questions tonight? This isn't first reading. It will be taken up again at our next meeting. Okay. I feel like that was 21 items. It's just a marathon. Thank you, Mr. Bergstresser, for carrying like all of those except for 3, I think. So, I will call on Mrs. Hayslip, our clerk, for any certifications or petitions this evening.
Your Honor, we do have one certification this evening. Planning Commission is recommending approval of case PC-26-006 zoning text amendment. A public hearing regarding this request will be held at a future City Council meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. And with that, we'll go back to you, Mr. Greason, for the your manager's report and community update.
Yes, Your Honor. I will be brief. The May 12th, 2026 City Council workshop and meeting will be canceled. The next council workshop and meeting date is May 26th at the regularly scheduled time. I want to note that May is Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and the Kettering Board of Community Relations is encouraging you to learn more about Asian American and Pacific Islander heritage. Because Kettering is home to all of us. It is also National Bike Month, and celebrate by riding to work for fitness or fun. And as you articulated, Mayor, earlier, May 3rd, National Ride a Bike Day. Bike to Work Week is May 11th through 17th, and Bike to Work Day is May 15th. There's more information available at the Cycle Kettering website. I know a lot of people are excited about this. This is one of the fantastic services that we offer. Mulch is now available. Leaf compost and mulch is available to Kettering residents for free at Indian Riffle Park at 2801 East Stroop Road. I happened to be there this past weekend, and it was being heavily used. You can pick up compost and mulch in your truck trailer or other container during daylight hours 7 days a week. This is one of the great services of our service department. Art on the Playground, which is an interactive art festival for kids presented by the Rosewood Art Center, is on Saturday, May 2nd, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Habitat Environmental Center. And that'll include art activities and live performances. We encourage you to bring your kid. We will also be observing Memorial Day on Monday, May 25th. The administrative offices will be closed, and due to that, on the Memorial Day holiday, Rumpke service will be delayed by 1 day. So Monday service will move to Tuesday, Tuesday to Wednesday, and so on. Please place your trash and recycling at the curb the night before. And lastly, in our ongoing effort to promote wellness in this community, we highlight our blood pressure clinic dates. There are available dates remaining in April, and the May and June dates are depicted on the screen. Certainly, if there are any questions, please call us here at the Government Center, and we'd be glad to answer them. Be glad to answer any questions you may have, Your Honor.
Any questions for the city manager? Okay. At this time, if you'd like to come speak before City Council, please come down to the podium. Each speaker will have a 5-minute limit. Speakers are asked to state their name and address. If there's anyone who'd like to speak before City Council, now is the time for that. Well, I will take the opportunity just to introduce our state rep, Andrea White, who represents Kettering and many of the south suburbs and Dayton and east side of Dayton. Thank you for being here tonight and during this long meeting. It's good to see you, Representative. Thanks for being here. With that, I'll call on Ms. Duvall to be the first person to give a council update this evening.
I would like to introduce another audience member. Her name is Ashley. She is a KLA member this year, Kettering Leadership Academy. And one of the things KLA has to do is they have to attend one city council meeting and one Board of Education meeting during the 9-month period of KLA. Graduation is May 14th. This was literally her last chance. And you chose the meeting with like the longest agenda ever. Yeah, that's true. No kids here, look at that. To be clear, we welcome children. So, the past few days, there's been so much going on. Tree Fest was so much fun. I helped plant 2 trees, and you weren't there, but there's now going to be a vice mayor's tree, which I decided on my own, and so it's going to be great. But I'm not allowed to put a sign up according to the park guys. That seems unfair, but whatever. The day before that was the celebration at Fairmont for the women's basketball team, and Laura and I were there. Bob was there. That's right. I couldn't think. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Mr. Bergstresser's son had a little starring moment at the celebration. That was a lot of fun. And I do want to thank County Commissioners Carolyn Rice and Mary McDonald for being there, and then a second trip to Kettering the next day for Tree Fest. Carolyn Rice was also there, so it's nice to have that support from the county for everything that we do. Only 2 more things, I'm almost done. The volunteer breakfast was great this year. They changed it up a little bit. There was Chick-fil-A, it was really good. So thank you to the volunteer department and especially Lindsay Curry for organizing that, doing a great job. Last but not least, Tuesday, a week from today, is Election Day. It's my Super Bowl. I'm so excited. So make sure you vote. If you don't know where to go to vote, look it up. If you can't look it up, call me. I'll look it up for you. I'll drive you to the polls. I don't care. Just go vote. We have a school issue to vote on. Some of you in Kettering will have a city council seat to vote on, so we can fill that seat down there by Dan. And then lots of primary type issues. So please get out and vote. It's so important. And that's all I have.
I don't have much to add. You hit a lot of the things I wanted to say, but I will say I was at Tree Fest, and I don't know if you guys have been to Gentilly Park. We've only had that park up and running for about 2 years, and it was amazing. I haven't been there in a while, but just how much fuller it looks a year later, just how those trees have grown. So it's exciting to picture it 10 years from now. The plants that we planted, or the trees that we planted 2 weekends ago, will pay off for residents long past we're gone. So that's an exciting thought.
And the vice mayor's tree.
And the vice mayor's tree will also, yes. And I was just going to say the same thing. Not everyone associates May with elections. You think of November, I got to go vote, but don't forget to vote May 5th. It's a big election in Kettering. So that's it for me.
I want to call out the City of Kettering's America 250 history videos. I don't know if you've not gone out and seen them. John Brannick, who is our records clerk, is doing these, and they're, at the most 10 minutes, well, I think 6 minutes long. And they go out, if you go out and Google American 250 Kettering, because that's what I did, you'll find the page. And so right now there's videos on our government center here that we're sitting in, Charles Kettering, and the Mad River Road. And I learned something new about Kettering in all of them. So I've really enjoyed them. I have to ask John when the next one's coming out.
I want to give a plug for Kettering City Schools STEAM Night, which is this coming Monday, May 4th. May the 4th be with you. This is at Trent Arena from 6 to 7:30. It is a free event sponsored by the Dorwood Optimist and Boonshoft, and you can get your picture taken with Sparky and Sparkette, and it's going to be a great hands-on event for children and adults in the Kettering area, and it's going to be one that's very enjoyable for our families. So STEAM Night on Monday. That's all I have.
Thank you. A lot of things I'm going to echo the rest of council, but first is the mulch. I love the mulch. I've been there twice. My truck is filthy. But also, you can see the improvements around our compost area, that the permanent station for the compost bins is coming along. And it's really a great place to meet neighbors. If you want to see the neighbor in some dirty shorts and really bad yard shoes, the mulch pile this weekend will be your place. So I'll be in the black, filthy truck. Also, a note about the elections. I think people associate the May election with partisan primaries, but I'm here to say that it is also nonpartisan. You can pull an issues-only ballot, and those issues around schools and our elected officials here at the local level are on that ballot. So if you don't identify with one or the other, or third or fourth parties, there's always an issues ballot. There's no reason for anyone not to participate in this election next week. About a week and a half ago, I had the opportunity to work with the police department, the school resource officers, and the school staff and students from Indian Riffle and KMS and Fairmont to film Kettering's Cross Safe, a video about crossing safe. And I just want to remind viewers everywhere, anybody watching this or hearing this, to pay attention to kids on bikes. We know that the bikes that are electric and the little dirt bikes are a problem. Just be diligent, and we have the power to stop our vehicles and to just pay extra attention. We're going to do all we can to educate our students to make better choices on sidewalks and crosswalks, but we need to do our part as well. And I find myself watching farther down the sidewalk at crosswalks because they're moving faster than they've ever moved before. And finally, I want to echo Laura's comments. John's videos are just the best. Everything from the hat to the trivia to the history. I hope you'll take time to Google the John's videos on Kettering's place in history. And for a city of our age, there's just so much history that's contributed to the fabric of America. And our youth, in terms of the age of the country, should not diminish our importance. And John is telling a great story, and you should see those videos. And that is all I have tonight. I got to plan for some yard work this weekend. So with that, no further business tonight to come before City Council. Our next regularly scheduled meeting will be on Tuesday, May 26th, and this meeting is adjourned.